I'm just trying to think of like how to start.
We're having a little trouble starting this video because it just feels so weird to be back right now. We finally made it back to New York and we are slowly adjusting to life inside. We can actually wake up and just chill. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to pack any kitchen or close the tent or anything, and we don't have to figure out where we're gonna sleep. Like, it's just all over here. And although it feels nice, it's just something's missing in that morning time that we had out there. And so we're already scheming for our next trip.
Since we've been back, we've been hustling, trying to make enough money to go on our next trip. We don't get any sponsorships or anything like that, so we do all our own thing. And we have to basically clean the house and get it ready because we will probably be gone for about 2 months on this next one. We need to clean up the garage, get the car in there, get the CVs replaced. We broke our inverter, so we need to fix that or replace it. And so that means my job today is clean the garage, getting the rooftop tent off and the awning, and trying to find somewhere to put it, which is probably going to be our bedroom. And I'm hoping that Sophia and I can even lift the rooftop tent. But the moral of the story is we're really enjoying this, and we've made a conscious decision that we're going to keep this going. We were pretty cautious about even starting this, or even putting ourselves on Instagram, because our Instagram was basically just work. It was our work, it was the jobs that we did, it wasn't really us. So anyway, we're feeling a little bit more confident with everything, even though this is probably a whole heap of verbal diarrhea.
So if you like what we're doing, we would love some positive reinforcement. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe to us so we know that we can just keep doing what we're doing and we'll have some fun together.
Yeah, and we're going to be on the East Coast, so if there's anything you guys want to see, if there's any recommendations you have, please let us know.
Comment below.
Because we are ready for an adventure. It's like we have to do this. I wonder whether we can shuffle it to stay onto here.
Right.
Like if I can swirl it around, put a tire on top of these, and put the tent up on here, and then come and grab it from around the other side.
Okay.
What do you think?
That sounds like a good idea. Are you dead?
Yeah, that's hard work.
We did it.
Huge. You really don't realize how big it is.
Yeah.
When it's on top of the car, it's big, but
But the car is big, so it's doesn't look
as big.
Yeah.
And looking at it like this, it's wow, what did we do? Avenue, East Brunswick, New Jersey. Currently on our way to look at a 1988 Toyota FJ62 Land Cruiser. We don't know if it's the best thing to do because we have quite a modern car here, and in theory this should be able to be quite reliable. It just turns out that it isn't as reliable as we'd hoped it would be. And we know about Toyota's legendary reliability and the fact that we can get parts for them and stuff like that. So we're going to take you on a little trip today to go and check out this car.
Road trip! Testing 1, 2.
This is not our car. We're gonna go go.
Car to go.
Car to go. We're in a car to go. Which is an adventure. It's the first time we've ever needed a car to go.
It's a smart car.
It's like a mildly intellectual car. I don't know about smart. So we're in some random place in New Jersey, and we're potentially going to pick up a new car. Well, not a new car, an old car, but a new old car for us. We've done the numbers and we've got some parts to put on the Escape, but we were looking at basically what it's going to take to get the Escape onto the road. Well, get the Escape off the road again. And there's nothing really wrong with it per se. Like everything I think we were going to fix. It's just basically that we're looking at putting $2,000 into it, and the car's probably only worth about that. So we just decided that we'd start looking at cars. Our preference is we don't really love the rounded new car. I know there's Tacomas and all these sorts of things on the market, but it's not really our style. We're more into a classic shape. I know I am anyway. So we kind of started looking at Defenders and Discoveries and Toyota Land Cruisers, and everything's out of our price range basically. But we found one, and body-wise, it's not great. When we saw it, it had been sitting in a front yard for we don't even know how long.
Yeah.
What seemed like a while. But it's cheap enough for us to buy it. So we're literally in this cargo, mildly intellectual car to go and maybe pick this car up.
Why are you saying maybe?
Because we haven't paid for it. Have you paid for it?
No, but it's happening. We bought all the things for it, and I'm not going to take no for an answer from this guy. What Sophia's getting at is that we're under the pump again. We always end up doing this to ourselves. We hate ourselves.
We hate ourselves that much that we have to we need to be in Miami yesterday. So we're buying a new car and adding all the stuff that we need to it as soon as we possibly can. So literally tomorrow I'll be jumping into radio installs and everything. Dual battery systems again, putting everything into this car. So we have to buy roof racks and tires and I don't know, everything. Anyway, all the stuff. We need a sponsorship. Anyone? Please.
Someone.
We're idiots. We're paying for all this out of our own pocket. What are you nervous about?
No, you're saying all these things, us needing to get everything on car, and then
it's really me.
And then you have to drive by yourself.
Oh, that's the other
Miami.
That's the other update.
So wait, let me say this. So this is the thing. We have a wedding in Miami, November 16th. It's my best friend's wedding, and
good movie.
It's a good movie, and I can't not be there. And so when we came up with this brilliant idea to exchange cars, I panicked, and we both agreed that it would be best for me to buy a plane ticket so I can head over to Miami early, and poor Ben has to drive all on his own in the new car to Miami to make it in 2 days or less. And yeah, I'm very nervous about it because I want to be there with Ben in case something happens, but this is what we got for hating ourselves and
I'm a big
deciding
boy.
to buy a new car.
I'm a big boy. And I haven't got a dress, and I don't have matching shoes. And I'm sure that I don't have the right underwear to wear with my dress. So you'll be like an invisible panty line at the wedding. really, this thing's not the greatest idea. It's kind of funny that Sophia can't see the wing mirror because I've got the camera right here.
It's fine, just dive. Let's just dive.
In our cargo. Escargot.
Cartugo.
Escartugo. Wrapping up the story, it's a 1988 FJ62 Land Cruiser where it's not rusted out, it's white. And from what we can tell, the car's history, it was owned by a guy in California for a really long time, and he brought it somewhere up north. The list of shit we bought today, list of things we bought today, list of shit.
Should we list them off or just spare them the details?
Well, let's list this stuff off, right? So when we were in Wyoming, the inverter that we bought, we were in Harbor Freight. We saw a 1,000 watt inverter for like $90, and I happen to know that the Instant Pot that we use is only 700 watt, like on a max pull, right? So I was like, wow, cool, maths, let's work this out. 1,000 watt candle, 700 watt. Little did I know that you have to buy an inverter that's like some percentage bigger than your max wattage draw, whatever the hell you want to call it. So basically our inverter's carked. We got an awning for the back of the car. What we found with the Escape is even though it had the hatch that opened upwards, it still wasn't enough space to sort of stand under when it was raining or really hot. So we were really happy with our Smitty build awning, so we bought ourselves an ARB awning for the back. We've got an ARB roof rack that we're getting second hand off a really lovely couple up in, I don't even know.
In New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. There's an adventure. We're getting some new tires. We've gone with something Patagonia's. Can't remember what the brand was, but they got some pretty good reviews. They're like more of an off-road tire than we had before. We definitely, I think we definitely need something that was a little chunkier because we spent a lot of time off-road.
We got the room.
Oh, right. So here's another thing. We are not confirmed on this, but if it does work, I'm going to post it on every flipping forum so that if people Google this in the future, that they actually have this information.
We're going to start a new thread on the forum.
Oh, a whole heap of new threads. Like yeah. I'm going to start knitting a scarf. Like that's how many threads I'm going to do. So basically, we've got the Smitty build awning and we love it. Honestly, we had it in crazy winds on the beach in Lake Powell. It's been great. One of the best purchases we actually got. So, but in some occasions, like the occasion where Sophia was like in the land of the flies and wouldn't get out of the car, we would have really, really appreciated having some sort of indoor space. So we're buying the ARB awning room, and from all we can see, it's going to fit onto our Smitty built awning because they're very similar make. If it doesn't, then we're going to make the mistake for everyone else, because when you Google this fact, it literally no one is answering this question. So I'll post it everywhere. I promise. I promise I'll do that. I know I probably promise a lot of things online, but I don't do them. But this one I'll do. And so we're getting the awning room, and that'll give us some much needed space to like chill out when it's too cold outside, too hot outside, or there's just like a carpet of flies everywhere. So that's what we're doing with that one. But the next thing was we bought some extra stuff to add to the battery system. So basically we found out that we didn't really have enough connectors to charge everything we needed to charge. So I'm getting a lot of those. We're getting what were the other big purchases that we just chucked on? I feel like it was a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of little stuff, and for the most part, I think you've checked off all the big stuff that we bought. And if we did miss something, we'll probably post it in either this video video or the next video and show you how we end up setting things up in our last minute preparation.
Oh, I know. So we've already organised a window tint. How nerdy are we?
Oh,
we don't even have this car yet, and I was like teasing you guys with whether we were going to get it. And we actually organised a window tint for this car. So we're having like the back 2 passenger door windows tinted, the back quarter panel windows tinted, and the rear panel door window tinted, because we wanted it for security, so basically like so people can't see what's in our car. But I'm thinking it's gonna look pretty mean. Like a white car with like dark black windows is like, I think it's cool. It's like, you know, it's like going back to the 80s and wearing a pair of white Oakleys with a black lens. Like I'm probably the only one ever watching this old enough to even know what that is, but they were sick in the day.
Will be so on brand.
Pretty sure I had a pair of Arnett's that were that. Like, I don't even know what happened to Arnett. They're probably still around, but if you want to sponsor us, Arnett, hook me up.
I'm offering my face.
Yeah, I'm offering these pretty peepers for your sun masks. I don't know why Sophia's laughing. The thing is, I'm not that funny. All my jokes are pretty ridiculous. But this person here encourages me, so unfortunately you guys caught my jokes because I'm being encouraged daily to chortle. So, yeah, if it wasn't to chortle, it's not a full laugh.
What
It's
is
like
a chortle?
kind of like, it's like a laugh where you laugh through your nose, but not a full, like a It's 5:50 in the afternoon and it's dark like it was 8 p.m. So welcome to New York. Like, these are the things that you just don't know when you're moving here. Hey, would you like to move from sunny Sydney, Australia to New York? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. It's a lovely place. I'd only ever visited for work. Didn't really know what it was going to be. I'd never even been on a train before.
I'm excited to see your footage when you're by yourself.
Oh, it's going to be like...
Is this going to be like this?
I'm going to find a Wilson. Wilson! My hair will be longer, my beard will be longer.
Buy a little like stuffed animal you can talk to.
I was trying to find a friend. I wonder if anyone needs to go down to Miami.
You know what you could do is do the carpool, like car share.
It sounds horrible. I don't want to do that at all. So, white 1988 FJ62 Land Cruiser.
Yeah, we'll report back with conditions once we take a good look at it, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, like hopefully it gets me back to New York City from wherever the hell we are in New Jersey right now.
Yeah.
I actually thought that Newark was just like people saying New York weird. I'm not joking. They were like, I'm going to Newark. I'm like, it's got a Y in it.